Well, President Trump is also affecting how people are feeling in Greenland right now. So let's talk about today, where they are voting in parliamentary elections. It could have huge implications for Greenland's future. One of the central issues is whether the vast semi-autonomous Arctic territory pushes for independence from its former colonial ruler, Denmark. Now, normally politics on the remote Arctic island, only 57,000 people, wouldn't attract global attention, but we are focused on them because of what Mr. Trump has had to say about Greenland. His suggestions that the US aims to take over the territory has dramatically raised the stakes, something he doubled down on in his speech to Congress last week, saying one way or the other, we're going to get it. Let's speak now to senior researcher at the Danish Institute for International Studies, Michael Olsen. Michael, good to see you. How much is independence the top issue for Greenlanders when they vote today?
Well, it's certainly one of the issues, but one shouldn't sort of overlook that in Greenland, as in most other democratic countries, there is a tendency that it's also foreign policy only takes up that much room. So it's the election is also about a host of other things like daycare and teachers and all this kind of stuff, right? So independence certainly takes up a lot of room, but it's not everything.
Can you explain to us how things work in Greenland at the moment and how much influence Denmark actually has over the territory?
Well, the division of labor, so to speak, would be that according to the Danish constitution, Denmark would have the say in foreign and security policy, and then Greenland has the option of taking home responsibility for a vast area of what makes a state work at its own pace. But even when it comes to foreign and security policy, we've seen a tendency in recent years, actually, for the Greenlanders to want more of a say, and also for the Danish government to be willing to actually grant the Greenlanders and also the Faroese more of a say when it comes to Arctic policies, at least.
So, Michael, what has the reaction been from most Greenlanders, or is there a common feeling about what President Trump has had to say, that for one way or another, it's going to one day belong to the US?
Well, I think most reactions I've heard have been puzzlement, but also actually a lot of people, a lot of Greenlanders are feeling insulted by this way of speaking about Greenland. And this is a bit of a paradox in Donald Trump's strategy, because right now he seems to be focusing quite a bit on trying to convince the Greenlanders to actively wanting to join the US. But this project of trying to win hearts and minds in Greenland, it's not really working, I gotta say. Rather, his remarks is having the opposite effect.
Michael, thank you very much for joining us. It's an election that I think many people didn't realise they'd be following, but they now are. Thank you so much.